Creating membership views. First, let's navigate to the membership module by going to Store and Manage Memberships. Here you'll notice the views on the left and the membership records on the right. The views are very useful because they provide us two primary things. One, they allow us to organize the information on the right. Based on the number of memberships you have, this could be very useful. If you have 10 memberships, clearly membership views are not that useful. However, if you have 100 or 500 memberships, the membership views become more useful. You'll note that the system comes with 4 membership views already: all memberships, memberships for members, memberships for public, and memberships for staff. These 3 membership views already pre-exist in the system and are based on its criteria. Example, let's edit the membership for public. By clicking this pencil icon, you'll see that there's a rule: membership show to equals public. This means that as long as the membership record contains a field called show to, and that field value equals public, then list the membership. The memberships will have the following columns: image, name, service name, and price. Note that this is a system view and cannot be modified or deleted. If you do change it, you simply can save it as a different name. But what does this mean? Membership show to equals public. Let's take a look at the memberships. I'm going to select the 1-month pool access pass. This is a 1-month membership. Notice there's a field called show to and it says staff. This means that this membership is not to be sold to the general public online. It's show to staff. If we were to change this value to show to public, then it would appear under the public view and would be displayed. Currently, there are no memberships that are set to public. However, if we select memberships for staff, you'll note that the 6 records appear. Memberships for member relates to anyone in the organization that has a login and password. Once you have a login and password, i.e. you have created an account, you have the ability to see memberships as a member. Membership views have a second usefulness. They allow you to create buttons that are category buttons on point of sale. We'll get to this a little bit later, but let me show you what I mean. We have a field here, a view called membership for staff. If I go to store and make a sale, and then let's say community pool number 1, which is where I already was, you'll see that there's these buttons called goggles, tickets, and gift cards. These are category buttons. If I select them, I'll see all the products that reside in these categories. I can do the same with memberships. I can also have a membership category. So if I want to display all of the memberships that are show to staff, I simply can take that view and make a button out of it. To do that, I would simply go to these buttons, go to Configure Buttons, I would select that station, in this case Community Pool number 1, and I would search for the view. By searching for the word membership, you'll see member products, membership for members, membership for public, and membership for staff. Notice that there's 6 items, 0 items, and 0 items, just like the views that we saw earlier on. If I select this view, notice the products are below, but the views are above. It simply adds that view. Now, I could actually take away these buttons here, which are memberships. Note that I'm not deleting the membership, because when I select this category button, they'll all display, at least the ones that meet the criteria of the category membership for staff. Let me click Done Editing and show you what I mean. Now you'll note that on this button layout, rather than have 3 memberships, there's a button called Membership for Staff. This is the exact same as the view. It is the view. If I select Membership for Staff, it shows the 6 memberships that are in that view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we go back to Manage Memberships, you'll see the membership for staff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The buttons will display all the items that are within the view. And that's how you make category buttons. Now let's make a view. Let's go into one of these memberships, 1-month pool access pass. And let's look at some of the criteria that we're interested in filtering by. So let's say we want to have a list of all 1-month memberships. Well, what can we use as criteria? We could use the name, which isn't necessarily the best, but it's useful, or we could use another item here. In this case, in that example, name is probably the best, or possibly duration, because a 1 month membership is always going to be 30 or 31 days. In this case, we define 1 month as a 30-day membership. So let's do that. Let's make a view that's based on duration. So to create a new view, simply go on the left-hand side here and go to New Views. Give it a name. In this case, we'll say 1 month memberships. And we need a filter. The filter is how we define the rules. In this case, the objects, and note that we can select parent objects that relate to it, but in this case we want memberships, and we said duration in days, equals 30. Add criteria. And then we add some columns. Let's say we want the membership number, which is already there, maybe the membership name. Click Add Column, put your mouse into this field, do a search. How about the amount or the price? We can write amount, doesn't exist, so we'll look up price. There we go. We could add service, which is the service that it relates to. Notice that service doesn't exist. However, if you click on membership, you will see all the related objects that can connect to it, and there's service. And here we can write name and select the service. And because this is a 1 month membership with a duration, let's go ahead and add duration in days. If we wish to sort by something, such as name in alphabetical order, we can slide that down there, and we can change the order of the alphabet, maybe A through Z or Z through A, by clicking down here. And if we wish, we can even go one step farther and group by dragging a second field down to the group by. Once we've created our view, simply click Save, and let's see if it works. And there we have it. So we have membership number 11, 1 month pool access pass, the price range, which is 22 to 45, the duration is 30 days, and this doesn't have a service attached to it. If you love a view and you want to save it, simply select the star icon. If you don't like it and you want to remove it, click the garbage can icon. If you wish to edit one, click the edit icon. So let's go back and edit this. Let's say we have 1 month memberships which are 29 or 31 days and 30 days. Well, we can just add more filters, though probably in most 1 month memberships will probably be 30 days and every membership you create, which means this view will be fine. But let's look at that example. Let's do it this way. We're going to remove that filter by clicking the X. We'll go to duration again, and this time we're going to say greater or equal to 28. Membership duration is less than or equal to 31. Now that we've done that, we have advanced filtering options. This is where, just like a spreadsheet, we can say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or bracket 1 and 2 bracket plus and bracket 3 and 4 bracket. You know, think of what you can do with Excel and a spreadsheet program, and you can do it here. So now that we have these rules, we can again click Save, and this time any memberships that have a duration of 28 to 31 days would display in this view. The last thing to note is these View As and permissions. If I click View As, I can click either a list view or a tile view. Let me select Tile View and click Save. Now you'll see that the memberships appear as a tile. This isn't very useful because you already have a tile view at the point of sale. However, if you wish to display that, you can. Let's go back and edit this one. Next we'll say permissions. Currently, if this is not selected, no one can view this view that you've just created. If you select the Permissions tab, then this is where we can say that I want anyone that has a coordinator, supervisor, an employee, a front desk, an instructor, a reporter, reporting, or a systems administrator profile to view this view. If I want the public to see it, in the past we would have had this checkbox, but now with membership widgets, this is not required. The only field that needs to be set to public is the field on the membership itself. Once I've done this and clicked off, now those profiles and anyone that has those profiles can see the view that we just created. Click Save. And now we're done. So now we have a 1 month membership view that displays anything between 28 and 31 days that have membership durations. And if we don't like it, we can simply click the garbage can and remove it. That is how you create views.